All right, good evening, folks. Man, we're here tonight, Cyber Thunder Tuesday Truck Series. That's right, don't adjust anything. We're going right, left, uphill, and some downhill. We got some road race tonight. Watkins Glen, race 2 of the chase, kicking off tonight, and it's getting interesting, folks, as qualifying's going to conclude here or start up here soon. It's a little drifting there from Matthew Simple. And speaking of Matthew Simple, got to appreciate him sponsoring tonight's race. Thank you very much, sir. As always, we're looking for stage 15 and 20. We will have stages, so wow, okay. Oh, just looking. All right, this is going to be a good one right here tonight. Folks, let's step away real quick. National anthem time, and we're going to get some good racing tonight. Be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, folks, qualifying here. Put this thing on hold here tonight, Watkins Glen style. Right now, Matthew Simple's the man up top. Is he going to be able to stay there? Cody Gibson right behind him. All the drivers in green, that'll be on the side ticker. That's your chase drivers. To go ahead and give you a heads up on who we got. Corey Sherman winning last week, boy, advancing his way in. That was awesome. comeback of the night. That was cool to see. Cody Heinzman there in second after dominating last week. And Greg Mitchell there in third. You got Cody Gibson starting in fourth. These are all your points as of right now. Then Tom Ricker, he's sitting fifth. Joe Hudson sitting seventh. Andrew Caldwell sitting seventh. And Matthew Simple right there on the bubble at eighth. Now there is one more race after this one. Rockingham before we go to the round of 8. The guys below still have a shot. People still out there on pole. Check it out. There's Philip Van Veet. Let's get a quick word in with Matthew real quick. We find him. There he is. Channel 7. Matthew, Joe in the booth, you got a copy?
I got you, Joe.
Well, man, right now you're sitting on the top spot here. How you feeling about this road race?
I just plan on having a clean race all night. Try to stay out of trouble, try to get some good stage points, and that's about it. Just capitalize on points.
Yeah, and you know, it's interesting you talk about the points. You're right there on the bubble of 8. I mean, so how important is it tonight for you to stay out of trouble here?
Yeah, it's super important. I kind of got this one circled here for it's a good track of mine. The boot layout is a little bit of way out in left field for me, but we'll see how tonight goes. I feel confident.
Yeah, it is kind of strange to use the boot because I know NASCAR does it. So, hey, you know what? Got a good one sitting on pole. Good luck tonight, Matthew.
Thank you.
All right, let's get him back down there on his channel. 7. Matthew Simple. I know he's got a gang out there watching him. Cody Gibson. Tom Heinzman. Heinzman has yet to make his pit, but he's out. Hey, looks like Cody's going to make one. Cody Gibson right there along with it. And Amanda right now sitting good. Ed Holmes moves up into the second spot. Wow, what a good run. And Eric Anderson, are you kidding? Man, Eric Anderson just comes up here and blasts the field, puts it on pole. He's not in the chase, folks. So, you know, if an outside chase runner here wins, oh boy. Yeah. Don't show him in the chase, so there you go. Wow. So can Cody Heinzman though put on the work pants here and knock old Eric Anderson off the top spot? Both ran 55. Leroy Cobb and Gary Bowman. We might have some road race ringers here. Oh, man. And speaking of Leroy, that's Leroy Campbell, by the way. I'm going to take that that's actually Cobb. I'm going to take that that's actually Leroy Cobbleson. Oh. There's Lee Campbell. Oh. Temple and Bowman. Bowman is the one. So let's see where Bowman sits right now. Gary Bowman is right outside looking in. So he was right on the coattails there of Matthew Simple. But Eric Anderson laying down a flat time. Let's see if Cody Heinzman can get anything done here. Whoa, nope. Missed it up through the bus stop. Yep, that run was messed up through the bus stop. Lost it. It's kind of strange doing the boot here. Normally don't see the boot done. Don't see the boot done in NASCAR, so it'll be interesting. See how much that run might have hurt Cody a little bit. Coming through that bus stop, that slide probably might have cost him just a little bit of time. Maybe a couple hundreds. Never know, could have helped him. While we're watching this, let's bring old Eric Anderson up here. Eric, Joy, the booth, got a copy.
You got a copy. What's up?
Well, man, right as of right now, you were on the pole, but Cody, man, knocked it right off for you there. But man, what a fast time he set. But you're still looking good out there. How you feeling about this track?
I'm a top 10 guy. If I keep it on the track, we'll see what happens. 8th or 9th or 10th, I'd be happy with it.
You know, I was watching Cody run that run. That was quite impressive because, boy, he slid right through the bus stop and still put down that kind of time. I mean, found something out here, but
the man's Superman. That's all there is to it. But he's a good bogey for us to chase.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you know, but you're not in a chase. But hey, how you feeling about trying to win this thing tonight?
Not a win. Top 10 would be great. I have a good time.
Not a win. Well, hey, you never know, man. You probably be there at the end. Good luck, though.
I'm gonna keep trying, Joe.
There you go. You were in room. Which one were you in?
Down with eight, buddy.
All right.
Thank you.
There we go. Get him back down there in his room. And yeah, Cody Heinzman. And you know, that little slip in the bus stop I thought would have slowed him down, but man, he still just obliterated time. So I don't know where he made up time at. I mean, that's just like off the chart. I mean, maybe sliding isn't gonna hurt you as bad as I think. Wow. Don't know if he improved on the time any there, but he ran a 1:54.67, folks. That's bad fast. He's looking for redemption last week. Last week's race got away from him. This week, I don't think. The only call I see that we're going to have, well, they're actually not going to be. Because there's going to be a caution flowing through the stage. No, it'll be straight through, no cautions. Should have asked that. Well, let's go to the grid real quick. The man up front, blistering pace, Cody Heinzman, looking to bounce back from last week. But he's still right there in that chase. Eric Anderson, he wants to win tonight, starting second. Matthew Simple, he needs a win, though. He just needs points tonight to keep himself above that cutoff line. Sitting in third, Gary Bowman's the same thing. Outside looking in the first one. Starting there in fourth, fifth, Andrew Codwell. We got Leroy Cobb sitting in the sixth. Ed Jurgens starting seventh. Brad Holmes in eighth. Lee Campbell starting ninth. We got Tom Ricker starting in the 10th place spot. Cody Gibson 11th. Philip Van Vliet starting in the 12th. You've got 13th, Tanner Marr. 14th, Larry Bell. 15th, Corey Sherman. We got 16th. Angel Vasquez, that one I'm going to have to work on. Angel V, we'll say it that way. 17th, Joe Hudson. Amanda Sherman there in 18th. You got Stephen Musick in 19th. Logan Spencer 20th. 21st, we got Brandon Thompson. 22nd, Rick Thompson. Then you got Chris Wall starting in the 23rd, 24th, Chris Rose, Mike Stiverson 25th, Brian Dorsey 26th, Dave Gainsport 27th, and Casey Tomlinson in the 28th spot. Good looking field. Watkins Glen style here. That's why road course rules are in effect. So when I say stage, we're pretty much just going to calculate the stage as it is. I don't think we're going to have a caution and we'll go there. So we're still looking for 15 and 28 for the stage tonight. If everybody's out there watching, having a good time, it's going to be a good one here. Let the go racing tonight. 46 laps here, Watkins Glen, and they're running the boot. You normally don't see the boot run. It's you know, it's a different, yeah, for this facility. That's a good shot right there to show you. That's turn one. Go through turn one and they'll shoot up the hill. The S's go down a little short chute into the bus stop, the carousel turn. And normally where they would go straight out of the carousel turn, they're going to go take a hard left. Tom Rickerson pulled out the expensive money tonight for the league. He pulled out the Porsche pace car here. Hope everybody's out there. Did everyone have a good 4th of July? I hope everybody did. Hope everybody had a good 4th. I had a good 4th. Spend time with the family, had a cookout or so. Right, our Independence. Right there, they go through the bus stop. Watkins Glen's one of the older road courses around. American Track is up in the New York area. It's one of my favorite tracks. With GT3 cars, that is, not with trucks. Trucks, my hat's off to these guys when they go around this track with these trucks. See, normally they would go straight. Now they're taking them off down through the boot right there. So that'll give you an idea of what the boot looks like. That's what GT3 style normally runs. Cup usually don't run that. Very, very technical style track. Well, it's not the most technical track out there, but you are going to, when you're talking about these type of cars and these trucks, yes, you're gonna have your hands full. Who you rooting for out there, folks? Who you got pulling for? Cody Heinzman throwing down a blaze lap here. Then they'll come out of the boot. Well, I have to keep up with all the wrecks here too and all the action on the track. Going around turn 10. Lead them to the green flag. Pace cars in. Cody Heinzman and company. Green flag in the air. We're racing Watkins Glen style. Cyber Thunder Truck Series heading off into turn 1. Good shots of these guys coming down through. Everybody's kind of being patient right now. getting spread out. You race pretty much your own race through the bus stop. Corey Heinzman's the man out front. Matthew Simple's right there trailing behind him. Remember, Matthew said he just wants to come out of here with a good points night. Needs it on that cutoff line. Eric Anderson sitting around there in third. Andrew Codwell holding up pretty good so far. Here Bowman. Great little shots right now. Everybody just taking it easy. Like it. The hill, down the hill, through the boot. A few battles here and there. For the most part, you kind of run your own race here. Really just don't get, overstepped or anything. Try to be as patient as you possibly can. Like everybody is. We're about to complete lap number 1 here. Cody Heinzman's the man out front. Shooting out of the turn. Comes down to the start-finish line. He'll complete lap number 1. Looks good. Control of it out front. Matthew Simple there behind him. Let's go a little further on back here. That's Leroy Cobb right there with Tanner Marr. Actually, right behind him's Tom Ricker and the Bucky machine. No Kathy out there watching Tom. No Matthews always got a fan club. What's up? How you doing? While they come to the short chute, head off in the bus stop. Love what these trucks do on the bus stop side. Do the carousel turn. Like I said, normally in the carousel, they would come around the carousel and then just keep going straight. Now they just got to keep they are kind of going straight. They're going through the boot straight. Look at Tom make that pass. Drove it in there. Oh. Like we had Brandon went off pit road or went off the track. Let's see what happened to Brandon Thompson. Easy to do here. Real easy. The bus stop. Braking. Got a little loose right there. A little loose there. Loose. Boom. Bunched inside. I don't know those rumble strips. It looked like that point on. Done. And the marbles fly. Van Vliet company back here. Philip Van Vliet. Got Joe Hudson there along with him. Chris Rose. They got a good little battle going on. Oh, he still got, man, those feminine trucks. I tell you what, Joe Hudson's a character. Oh, Logan off the track back in the back. Gets it back going. He's out fishing in the Bass Pro Shop machine. Gotta be careful. Look here and watch this 4-truck battle going on. Hudson, Rose, Van Vliet, Thompson. They are all nose to tail. Biggest battle from track right now. Well, the one behind him blinking there. Meanwhile, still old Heinzman out front in this one. Simple right behind him. Anderson, Codwell, Holman, Gergen, Holmes, Campbell, Gibson, Marr. Van Vliet's trying everything he can. Right on board with him. Oh, he gets a run right there on him. Waldman off the track. And Phillip, he looks like he's a touch faster than Hudson, but there's not a lot of places to pass here. There's a good passing opportunity. Goes down to the inside. Probably is just going to have the preferred line coming into it. He might be able to make that pass. And he's going to, and he's going to bring, man, Rick along with him. They shoot out of the bus stop. So good pass by Phillip. Oh, man, they're back there in the back. Look at him. Coming up through the field pretty good there in the 21st. Got the 88 machine. And speaking of Amanda, where's Corey? There's Corey. Corey Sherman, who pulled off the heist of a century, man, last week. He won that race. Had the new tires. I said last week it was going to take about 20 lap different tires to make the difference, and he did. Came up there and stole that thing from Cody on the last lap. Won it, punched himself into the next round. He just kind of ride right now, sitting in 13th place spot, looking good. This man dominated last week, Cody Heinzman. Oh, mad he go. That's right, Matt's got his fan club out there. Right now, he's in second. You know, if Matt was to win this thing, wow. Now, obviously, it's right now is very good points night. Even though Gary Bowman is right there in 5th place, it still would come out to a very good points night for these guys. Let's look for just the instance right here. Yeah, there's not that much, gap difference between them. Joe Hudson, though. Joe Hudson actually right now. Well, Joe's not too bad. He's back at 17, but he's in a hot seat. Tanner's looking good, too, outside looking in. Back in 10th. So it's going to be interesting how they come out of this one going into the final race of the round of what? 14. Hey, Kathy, you're watching Tom. There you go. Tom right now is doing pretty good. We were just talking about him. He's right here actually behind Tanner Marr. Casey off the track a little bit. Let's back and see what happened to him. Easy to do. Nice paint job he's got on that thing. Look at that thing. Wow. Kind of busy. Ooh, just spinning a little bit coming out of the turn. Brake bias has a lot to do in this track. Got to be very careful. Yeah, Tom right now, though, holding strong there in 11th. Look at the points really quick. He's sitting 5th in points. He's close. I mean, he's not 100% safe. But, yeah, Matthew Simple tonight could be the man to make a statement. Right now, Cody Heinzman running. Heinzman laid down a bad fast. Go Maddie. Heinzman laid down a bad fast qualifying time. Not ran away, although he might be saving some tires. You get to talk to him before the race. Talk to him a lot, though, Cody. I want to give a few other people a little shout out. Everybody's enjoying the race. Good one so far. Uh-oh. Got a car says crashed here in the back. That's actually Brad Holmes, who had a good qualifying run. See what happened to him. And that, just overdrove. That could be a brake bias issue right there. Overcorrected right to the wall. Ouch. All right. Eric Anderson having a stellar night tonight. Bowman right behind him. The Bowman and Simple both need very good runs tonight and finishes for points. Hit Jurgen right there. Jurgen Lawn Care. Leroy Campbell. On with Cody Gibson right behind him. Oh, Joe Hudson in trouble. That's one of the chase drivers. Uh-oh. Back and see what happened. And we were just watching it right there with Tanner Marr. Oh, and the bus stopping, and Tanner, poof, nothing he could do. And rumble strips, they're killers. Nothing you can do right there. So that's going to hurt. Joe Hudson right now, yes, he's sitting sixth. He doesn't have that many points ahead. He could be under that cutoff line going into that next, going into next week. That wasn't Tanner, my bad. That was actually Larry Bell. Apologize about that, Tanner. Larry Bell, but nothing Larry can do. Go back there, got that thing all kind of sideways. Wiggly. Brake bias really does matter here. Look at Mike Stipperson, man, all over the back bumper. To the passing zone out of turn 10. Head off into turn 1. Good battle going across the line. These two getting it done. Stipperson right there. He's going to try to outbrake him into turn 1. Got the inside. He does. Good job by Mike. Stipperson, man, taking that spot away. Wow. Good battles throughout the field. Just wondering how much Cody is saving or how hard he's actually driving. Matthew looks like he's backing up, and Eric right now is kind of closing in. Cue up the music. Eric Anderson, they look like they're getting a little slippy on the track. Now these are fixed setups. You can't adjust the setup, but you can adjust your brake bias, and that is huge because brake bias is probably the number one thing that you want to set up on these. Because if you can't do anything with the setup itself, then definitely brake bias is it. Anderson along with him right there. Anderson cooking. He is. He's trying to keep up with Cody Heinzman for the moment. Oh, Corey. Or Casey, excuse me. Tomlinson again in the back, slipping. See what happened. Gotta say, it's gotta be one of these, maybe a braking issue. Yep. Got back on the throttle too soon. A lot of technique involved in coming in and out of the turns here. You want to kind of make sure that that truck is straight before you get hammered back onto the throttle. Depending on how slick that this get. Man, who's got it down pat? Cody Heinzman. He has stretched the lead on Matthew Simple. As Simple is losing it. He's got a 2.2 second lead right now. I mean, Cody Heinzman is just walking away. Which is kind of what it looked like after that qualifying that I saw. I don't know what Heinzman has, but just week in and week out, this man just knows how to get around these tracks. A little lap traffic right there. Just figures it out. I mean, I can see by his iRating one reason, and he's just good. I mean, I'm not going to take anything away from all the other guys out here, but Cody's just on another level. He's looking to three-peat on this championship here, though. It's his goal. The third championship. First off, you got to get to that next stage. Simple's there with it. Man, Casey again off the track. Not having the night he wants. I'd end up going on pit road and say forget about it. Yeah. Going slowly. He's on pit road. He says, heck with this, I'm out. It is tough. Gary Bowman outside looking in right now. He's got a very good run. If he can keep where he's at, I think he'll be, up there in that top 8. Coming out of this race right here. Cody just wants to win so he didn't have to worry about Rockingham. Although Rockingham is an oval style track, it is a very difficult style track. Very bumpy. Oh, Larry Bell in the back. Off in turn 1. Let's see what happens. USFirearms.com machine. Oh, just brake hard, and he just went straight. Had to hang on. Boom, into the tire barrier. That was just one man. Just couldn't get it slowed down. No woeing. Again, we've got to appreciate Matthew Simple tonight sponsoring this thing for us here. Race 2 here of the Chase. Cyber Thunder Truck Series here tonight. Oh, Logan Spencer. See what happened. Oh, we caught that rumble ship, and that just upset the truck right off the bat. Wow. Trying to be safe, get back on the track. Oh, Tom went off the track a little bit. Just because he went off the track doesn't mean he wrecked. Probably just got his wheels off. Easy to do here. Well, look at this pile up of trucks right here. You got Campbell, Marr, Richter. Boy, this is that power. And man, this is a meat grinder on the road course. Look at Richter going to go around him. That's one of the lap down trucks right there too. Like Richter's going to go to the inside. Actually, that's Tanner Marr. Tanner trying to fight for his life. So that's for position. That's for 8th, 9th, and 10th. Richter right there, man. Tom, Marr. Campbell checks out. He says, I'm gone from that mess. Brad Holmes spun earlier. Good little side-by-side duel. Like it. Bob right there behind him. That coming out of the turn again. He's still duking it out. Door to door. Richter on the inside. Holmes on the outside. Here comes Richter back on the inside. Looks like Holmes is going to take the spot away. Tom says maybe I can fire back coming into turn number 1 to try to set him up. A little bit too far back. Who puts Tom in 11th place spot, so he's still good. Let's see if he tries to outbreak him. Not quite close enough to get it done. Tanner up to 9th place. Remember Tanner winning that race, getting himself into the chase. That was just like a wild one. At a winning in, I did. Old Tanner Marr. He's trying to run down Lee Campbell. Now Tanner right now, he is outside looking in also, and sitting in 11th in points. Points-wise, he's not that far back. Well, let me calculate here a little bit. Actually, he is pretty. He needs a good run here. Lee Campbell's having an excellent run in front of him. Campbell and Bowman both, who are in front of him, are having excellent runs. So it's going to be a tough one on Tanner's part. But he's got a shot. Anderson is cooking. Anderson's doing good, ain't he? Eric Anderson. He just said he wanted to get out of here with a good... Well, and as soon as we said something, bam, into the wall. Uh-oh, he got a little STP under the tires. Well, we spoke too soon. Got camera shot. Wow. That truck, man, came out from under him quick. He coming on pit road? These scheduled pit stops? Lap 11? Might be. There's nobody running this man down right now, Cody Heinzman. And I just don't think there's anybody. Y'all need a road race ringer out here. Because I just don't think nobody. I've not found a track yet that Cody Heinzman is not good at. He reminds me of another guy I used to broadcast in the league that just purely I called him the Superman. Nobody could beat him. Week in and week out. Can he be beat? Sure. Makes mistakes every once in a while. But it's tough. Got to be on your game. Got to be on your game plan. Right now, Matthew Simple's looking strong. Bowman's right there behind him. But I know Cody's going to step out of the truck next season. Step up into the booth. I know him and Tom are going to step out of the truck, so it's going to give an opportunity to a lot of the drivers next season. And we're going to finish out this chase here, folks. I appreciate it. Appreciate the league here. Let me broadcast this thing for you. I've had a lot of fun watching these guys, getting to know them. Game Genie man right there. He's got his cheat code locked in tonight. He knows what he needs to do, sitting there in third. Brad Holmes right behind him. Tom Richter sitting up in the top, moving up. Cody is on pit road. Cody might give up that chase, the first stage points. Is anybody going to try to push this thing? It would be interesting to see. We won't go caution. Everybody's on pit road. Whole top six. So it looks to be about 12 to 13 laps that they can go fuel-wise, tire-wise. Maybe around 11 to 13. We'll see if anybody tries to push it to the 13. Doesn't look like it. It looks like between 11 to 12. Cody's back out. He's going to extend that lead too. That's what green flag stops do. You have already a big lead going in, you're going to have a bigger lead unless you just totally mess up in pit road, which could happen. You're going to extend that lead, and he did. Now he's up to 4 seconds. So we go back here to Simple and Bowman, who these two guys right now, if they finish out this race, this is what they need. Very good points nights for them heading into Rockingham. Rockingham, even though an oval track, can be a very tricky style oval track. Coming up on stage number 1. Holman, Codwell. Well, right there behind him too. Little Ed Jurgen. Kind of quiet tonight, but he's had a good run. Back here in 5th place spot. Got Eric Anderson right there sitting in 6th. Cody Gibson back in the 7th. So that's 3 chase drivers there. Gibson, Campbell, Marr. and Tom. Tom's a little bit further back, about a 1.6 seconds back behind. And whoa, hang on to it, Tanner. Well, he almost drove it right up underneath Campbell. Not what he wanted to do. Thought he was about to get an extra set of Goodyear tires out of him. Off into the turn right before turn 10. Turn 10, last one's turn 9, so turn 10. Out of turn 10, come across the start-finish line. A sweeping start turn. Momentum turns here. Turn 1. So a lot of sweeping. Whoa! Hang on to it there, Tanner. There's a lot of sweeping style, momentum style turns here. Not a lot of your sharper style turns, more technical turns like you'd see maybe at Sonoma or the Canadian Tire Motorsports that we saw. Watkins Glen's got those more straight away. You don't use a lot of brake here. Good battle heating up. Marr, Campbell. Around there's for the 8th, 9th, and 10th place spot. You see Gibson right there in front of him. Rick are going to be able to pull in. He's closed the gap up behind him. We're coming up close here. Cody Heinzman to take stage number 1. Those bonus points that come out here. Tanner still holding there. Campbell right in front of him trying to run down. Bag of Cheetos off the Cody Gibson machine. 4 trucks right there in the line. Anything can happen between. Tom back there. Tom putting the pressure on. Breathing down Tanner. Oh, he slipped a little bit. Uh-oh. Tom way off the... What he was doing back there. Going to look to see if he can't drive it on the inside. Lap 15 in the books. Got to go to the end of it, though. If this man Cody Heinzman can hang on to lap 15, which he's got a 3.8 second lead. I'll say pretty sure. Unless he messes up. Now, a 3.6 second lead on a road course is not a lot, folks. I would say any other track, that's huge. But on the road racing, no, because anything can happen. Yeah, Tom made that pass on Tanner. Oh, snuck it on by there. One more position, one more points position for him. As those 4 guys are close points-wise. Gibson, Campbell, Ricker, Marr, Cobb. We'll watch Cody coming across. It's stage 1. He's simple back there. He's got Bowman on his back door. Those 2 guys are driving to try to get into that top round of 8. Keep where they're at. I think they're good. Cody Heinzman will take stage number 1 here tonight. Bowman's going to hang on there to 3rd with Simple in there in the 2nd. Folks, it has been a solid one so far for the Cyber Thunder Truck Series here tonight. Stage 1 in the books. Step away. Quick commercial break. Be right back. Won't miss any of the action.
I'm Blaine Smith, the Executive Director of Team Red, White, and Blue, and I wanted to take a minute just to welcome you on board and let you know that we're proud to have you as a new member of our team. This short video is a way for us to give you an idea of what you can expect from your experience at Team Red, White, and Blue, and also what we expect from you in return. Something that's really, really important to the fabric of our organization is our Eagle ethos. It's just 6 words, but they mean a lot to us, and they guide us in all we do. Those 6 words, passion, positivity, people, commitment, camaraderie, and community, are more than just organizational values. They're what we're all about and what we strive to work for in all of our programs and in every single one of our interactions. The next thing I want you to know is that we are an inclusive organization by design. We're open to veterans of all eras, of all ages, branches of service, combat experience, as well as active duty service members, their families, their friends, and just supportive members of the community that come out and take part in our mission. Every single person is important to what we do. All are welcome, and we look forward to seeing you all out there.
And then if you want to, just a little bit about how the foundation helped you.
You know, I was in a pretty serious deal, as most people know about. It's a pretty tough deal, very traumatic for my family. A lot of stuff that we went through that people would never understand. Without the assistance from the Steve King Foundation and several other donors as well, we could have come out of that thing in financial ruin. But it just takes a lot out of your family just to go through rehabilitation, all the medical bills. There's so many hidden expenses and stuff that you would never know about until you actually get involved in something like that. And even if you help somebody out with 500 or 1,000 or 100, whatever it is, it means a ton to the person, just to be able to live and to get through these things. It takes an ungodly amount of money, time, effort, patience, with the families, the doctors, to be able to get through a traumatic experience. And, with the Steve King Foundation, that makes everything a lot better.
There's an immeasurable bond that forms when you join the service. You'll do anything to protect and defend those at your side, and pushing the limits of your well-being is all just part of the job. But when this shared experience ends, it's easy to carry that mission-first mindset with you and neglect your own health and mental fitness. Team Red, White, and Blue understands these challenges and knows that together we can show veterans that their best days are ahead by providing opportunities to build healthier lifestyles right where they live and work. Through races, service projects, workouts, and a cutting-edge mobile app, our members develop a sense of camaraderie and mutual support. With a growing force of over 200,000 strong, we invite all veterans, families, and non-military supporters to start putting their well-being first. Team Red, White, and Blue is forging America's leading health and wellness community. Will you join the team?
All right, we're back. Heinzman still out front in this one. Got Simple right there behind him with Gary Bowman still battling. Bowman's trying to close in. He is close enough. Oh, Mike Stipperson having a problem back in the back. Let's go back and see what happened to him here. He's in a battle with a 23. Stipperson there on that outside. Oh, looks like he just overbroke. Ooh, contact. Ouch. Battle heating up here for the third place spot. Corey back here says he went off track, came back on. Got his wheels off and on. I don't know when Bowman tries to make his move here in his second place spot. He is there. We're looking for lap 25. these two, man, right now. Battling on the track between each other. That's for second, third. Nipple blinks a little bit. Got Andrew Codwell right there behind him too with Ed Jurgen. Jurgen holding on there in the 5th place spot. Anderson still having a good run here too, back in 6th. Cody Gibson. And the one thing about road racing is, you know, it's a gentleman style sport. You definitely have to keep, you know, your wits about you. And you're mostly driving the course rather than the guy in front. Now, a little bit here, yes, on these cars, you will, you know, beat right there is trouble for Joe Hudson. Watch what happened to him. Joe Hudson right here. And, yeah, just that's just getting on the throttle a little too soon. That truck just keep on coming out from under you. Well, he damaged it too hard. He might have some wheel damage. Knocked the toe out of it and bring it on pit road. Flat chested it. No pun intended on that one. Whoa, hang on, Tom. Tom got her sideways out of the turn. So it looks like these trucks are a little bit tail happy. And a lot of that has to do with the fact of when you get back on that throttle too soon. And we'll ride here with Tom real quick. We'll go down through the gears, come up here. You'll have to brake the light coming into that turn. Right here, you're just kind of letting it glide up the track. Not to use a lot of brake here, just very little bit off the throttle. You see him, boy, he just get that momentum run coming on the back there of Campbell. Doesn't have the preferred line going into the bus stop. We'll see. Usually you don't want to go side by side, but they're going to. And he's going to make the pass on Campbell. That was a good, smooth move. I mean, he made that bus stop look good coming out of the carousel, too. A lot of just momentum run. Now, the boot is a lot more trickier because you do have to use some brake here. Both of these turns are pretty much all the turns in the bus stop. Usually right here, you got to use a lot of turn, a lot of brake. Coming up the little hill here at the boot. Hard on the brake here. Got right-hander. Back up here, you'll have to get hard on the brakes again. Make the left-hander. But through the boot, you do have to use a lot of brake. That's where again, that's what's the major difference is. The boot, you have to use a lot of brake. That's just a good run just to show you. Guys are going through, and Tom looks pretty smooth. I mean, if you just watch that run and then watch Cody, who has right now 11-second lead, he has a substantial lead over the second place truck here of Simple. I mean, he could almost make a couple mistakes. If we ride with him, kind of see maybe the differences is here. Get back on the throttle smooth. Another thing, make sure you get on the throttle smooth, because see, come in here, get on the brake, go through the gears. Wait. Get back on the throttle, and you see how that truck is almost straight. He starts hammering down. You get on the throttle, but you want to be smooth getting on the throttle. You're just braking hard at the 100-foot mark. Going through the turn, and then you see how you got straight. I'm back on it. I said RPMs again. Get straight, boom. It's a fine line when you want to get on that gas. Going through the turn, you don't want to get on the gas soon right there, but how almost he has that rear end as soon as it hits straight. As soon as it gets straight, boom, he's on the gas. It's just the feel of a driver. Gotta feel it. Slow it all the way down here. Let it slip. Now he gets back on the gas. Very, very smooth. Got Bowman right there on the back bumper of Simple. Simple makes one little mistake. Bowman's going to take that spot away. They are close. You got Andrew Codwell right there behind them too. We are coming up. About 26 to go in this one. These two guys get in there. Look at Bowman. Got that thing sideways. And that goes back to what we was talking about. How will you hit the throttle coming out of the turn? Right on board here with Gary. Watch Gary. Back on the gas. Right now, back on the gas again. So unless, I'm going to go on a limb, unless Heinzman makes a huge, huge mistake, he's going to walk away with this one. Punch his ticket in for the next round. But it's these two guys right here who are going to come out of here if they can hold where they're at and capitalize on some points tonight. On with Andrew Codwell. Codwell is actually sitting 7th. So he's right there with Simple and Bowman. Campbell, another one, pit stops. Matthews doing an outstanding job. So pit stops underway. I'm going to say that they can't make it all the way. They're going to have one more stop. Amanda, like an 18th spot running. Corey back to 23rd. Corey doesn't have to really worry. He's in the next round. Just got to come out here and see what he can do. We've got Rockingham next week. Will be the last race of the round here. 14, and then we go to the round of 8. And this man right here, with a 14-second lead. Unless he just blows up, disconnects. I don't know if anybody can catch him. Wow. Dominating performance. To see how far back that big lead is. I mean, he's running 56, 57. He's running a second quicker than the field. I don't know where he's picking that time up at, but he's a second quicker. I mean, he is definitely smooth. But I couldn't, just by watching him, couldn't tell you where it's at because you can see the rear end. It's still coming out. He is driving it on the edge there. Last lap that time was about 6/10 faster than Simple. There's still a good substantial time. See what it is this time. Coming around the carousel turn. You have pit stops happening. And to me, with what they've had left here, they're going to have to make another pit stop for the end of this one. I mean, you can see the truck. It's wiggly coming out of the turns just like a lot of the others. Again, I'm not seeing, and it's hard to see where they're making time up at. Very fast, very smooth throughout this track. Come out of the bus stop. Make this turn. And a lot of times, too, on road courses, you would think, well, man, if I just kind of drive it on the edge, yeah, but, you know, it might look like you're slow, but if you just take it easy, it's going to come on pit road, so that lap time we're not going to see. Make his pit stop here. 4 tires and fuel. So a lot of times, slower could be faster. Now, I know that's kind of different, but true. God, back and forth. Ooh, Lee Campbell. Casey Tomlinson back there in the back. The pit stop's underway. 22 to go. And again, I feel like they're going to have to make another one here with about 6 to go. 10 or 6 to go. They're going to have to make another pit stop. And I know the question is, well, what can Bowman and what can Simple do? Not a lot, but it looks like Gary Bowman was able to get out of the pits before old Matthew Simple. The Simple messed up on pit road somewhere. He had a good pit stop. Well, actually, no, he didn't. His pit stop was slow, 17 seconds. Wow. But yeah, Bowman, man, he had a heck of a pit stop. 14 seconds. Simple just did not. His pit crew fell asleep on him with a 17-second pit stop. Ed Jurgen in the same boat. Well, Ed Jurgen had a pretty good one, but Matthew Simple dropping back. Not what he needs. Being there in the 8th place spot and having Bowman right there on his back bumper. Simple with that pit stop, and I'm going to go back. We can't go back. I'll look here real quick. He left pit road. He's entering pit road right here. You see, Bowman ran up on his back end. Oh. Did he make a slip up in his pit box or anything? Looked okay there. I think it was just when yes, he did right there. He had to back up. Wow, that was what it was. Just that little bit of a mess up on his pit stop. So there's why Simple got back in third like he did. They're making up lead on Jurgen, though. He didn't have to worry about it. Bowman able to leapfrog him. Codwell. What a good pit stop, too. Up there to second place. Buck and Bowman get back around them. We'll have to make one more pit stop here. Tom Ricker got back up to 6. Gibson there in 7th. Ricker's there. Gibson. Tanner Marr. Eric Anderson. Got old Lee Campbell. Rick Thompson. Chris Wold. Philip Van Veet. It's your top 13 right now. Tanner's trying to hold on hope here. And in the 8th place spot, it is close. But the top 10, top 12, got a lot of the chase drivers there. I mean, you look right there. Was at the top 8, all chase drivers. Top 10, Lee Campbell. Only one in that top right there, Eric Anderson, is a non-chase driver. Everybody else. So that just shows you how close it is. And will be very close going in to Rockingham next week. This man right now, big lead, 18 seconds. The 16 machines on the lead lap. Brian Dorsey, the first one to lap down. Cody Heinzman, ready to go. Watkins Glen. Bowman, Codwell, Simple, Jurgen, top 5. Bowman was able to make it around Codwell, back around for that 2nd place spot. Ooh, truck in the wall right there. Who was that? Casey Tomlinson. No? Logan Spencer. It was Dave. 101 machine. Unfortunate for him. Okay. So we've been watching this battle here between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Steve Bowman right now is back up to 2nd with Codwell in 3rd. Simple right there in 4th because it's any one of these guys. One little slip through a turn. Right behind you, be right around you. Go through the bus stop. Look smooth through it. See Codwell able to gain through the carousel. See what he does through the boot. Boot's probably the technical part of this track. And a lot of hard braking in it. Matthew Simple right there. And Jurgen holding on to the 5th place spot. No slide coming out of there for Codwell. If you was going to set it up on a track like this, I still would set it up for more momentum-based, straightaway style. Even if you had the boot. You'd have to promise a little bit, man, in the boot. Right now, Bowman, Codwell, Simple. Heinzman out front. Casey again. A little trouble. See what happened to him. Not tonight, he wants. A couple spins here. Oh, that's all brake bias. And the leader right there, too. The leader's like, whoo, I don't want to see that. And that was just all brake bias. Their leader, Cody Heinzman, 19-second lead. Well, just putting it up, knocking it down. They'll have to make one more pit stop for this one's over. Obviously, he got both stages tonight. Strong running. Heinzman and Codwell, Simple, Jurgen. Cody Gibson there too. Marr, Campbell, and Thompson. That's your top 10. And we go, we've been talking about road racing. Road racing's a race, kind of a race. You kind of have to appreciate the racing. You know, you don't see a lot of side by side. You know, here you might see a little bit. Two guys get side by side every once in a while. But it's not like a lot of the ovals where, you know, beating and banging a lot. More technical oriented. You got to set the guy up, get around him. Simple right there behind him. Codwell had to go wide to get around the lap truck. Simple's going to go on the inside. All right, we got Heinzman down out front here. 17 to go. Is Bowman going to be able to hang on here to second? Codwell there in third. Simple up into fourth. Jurgen right there, sitting in the fifth place spot. Matthew, he's trying to get on the back door there of Codwell, maybe take that third place spot. So coming out here with a good points night. That's his goal. That is his MO and gold here tonight. Come out here with a good points night. Cody Gibson got a good run going on with Tanner Marr right there. And you know, I was talking about how you had to just appreciate road racing. Guys driving in the track. More of a driver style track. You know, a driver style, you know, race. I love it how they have to modulate these tracks, modulate around the course. Thompson's there in 10th. Eric Anderson unfortunately followed off the pace back in 11th. Chris Wald, he's back there in the 12th place spot. Van Veet, 13th. Ooh, yeah, with the Kool-Aid man. The Royal Cobble. He's up there in the 14th. Chris Rose, 15th. And Rose hang on to it, doing his best drift job. That thing kicked sideways, didn't he? That guy's a nice looking truck, by the way. Kraft's coffee on the side of it. Very nice. Nice paint job. Brian Dorsey back here too. Mike Stipperson. You know, and I mentioned a couple times brake bias. That can either loosen up a truck in the turn when you brake or tighten up a truck in the turn. Now, when I was running a lot of GT3s, I knew the ins and outs of it. I have lost a little bit of knowledge, I will admit it. But like, again, one way, if you want to like be able to just drive it in the turn, hit brake hard, so that the car kind of, you know, oversteers in a turn. And if you wanted to understeer, to where you get a little bit lighter, back up the turn, a little bit lighter in the turn, get back on the gas a little better. Now you can kind of modulate the brake bite. With a GT3 car, yeah, you plan it a lot. But the main thing is you have to know the fine line. Drive it on the edge to where this thing is going to almost be out from under you, but you still got grip. With a truck being top heavy like it is, unlike what a Formula One or Indy or even a GT3, where those cars are planted. Yeah, you drive those cars to the edge of the tires. Here, yeah, you're top heavy. Sometimes it might feel a little bit tight going into the turn, and she can break loose real quick. And this man here has it figured out. 21-second lead. He can just put it on cruise control and take it home. Everybody's going to have to do one more pit stop, though. Gary Bowman right now, who is holding on to second. He does have Matthew Simple there with him. Simple's made it around Codwell. These three trucks here, their own kind of battle. You see Ed Jurgen back there coming into the picture. And Jurgen had a little bit of a mishap earlier. But being able to come back out here and get back in fifth place spot, what a job. And we'll have to take one more pit stop here with 14 to go. We'll take that'll give us a good chance to take one last commercial break. Come back here to all this action here tonight, which has been a stellar one. We'll be right back after this.
There's an immeasurable bond that forms when you join the service. You'll do anything to protect and defend those at your side, and pushing the limits of your well-being is all just part of the job. But when this shared experience ends, it's easy to carry that mission-first mindset with you and neglect your own health and mental fitness. Team Red, White, and Blue understands these challenges and knows that together we can show veterans that their best days are ahead by providing opportunities to build healthier lifestyles right where they live and work. Through races, service projects, workouts, and a cutting-edge mobile app, our members develop a sense of camaraderie and mutual support. With a growing force of over 200,000 strong, we invite all veterans, families, and non-military supporters to start putting their well-being first. Team Red, White, and Blue is forging America's leading health and wellness community. Will you join the team?
And then if you want to, just a little bit about how the foundation helped you.
You know, I was in a pretty serious deal, as most people know about. It's a pretty tough deal, very traumatic for my family. A lot of stuff that we went through that people would never understand. Without the assistance from the Steve King Foundation and several other donors as well, we could have come out of that thing in financial ruin. But it just takes a lot out of your family just to go through rehabilitation, all the medical bills. There's so many hidden expenses and stuff that you would never know about until you actually get involved in something like that. And and even if you help somebody out with 500 or 1,000 or 100, whatever it is, it means a ton to the person, just to be able to live and to get through these things. It takes an ungodly amount of money, time, effort, patience, with the families, the doctors, to be able to get through a traumatic experience. And, with the Steve King Foundation, that makes everything a lot better.
Hi, I'm Blaine Smith, the Executive Director of Team Red, White, and Blue, and I wanted to take a minute just to welcome you on board and let you know that we're proud to have you as a new member of our team. This short video is a way for us to give you an idea of what you can expect from your experience at Team Red, White, and Blue and also what we expect from you in return. Something that's really, really important to the fabric of our organization is our Eagle ethos. It's just 6 words, but they mean a lot to us, and they guide us in all we do. Those 6 words: passion, positivity, people, commitment, camaraderie, and community are more than just organizational values. They're what we're all about and what we strive to work for in all of our programs and in every single one of our interactions. The next thing I want you to know is that we are an inclusive organization by design. We're open to veterans of all eras, of all ages, branches of service, combat experience, as well as active duty service members, their families, their friends, and just supportive members of the community that come out and take part in our mission. Every single person is important to what we do. All are welcome, and we look forward to seeing you all out there.
Welcome to Team Red, White, and Blue. Thank you so much for joining our team. My name is Mike Irwin, and I have the honor to serve as the Executive Director. When I founded Team RWB in 2010, our initial focus centered on veteran transition and reintegration into civilian life. But as the large-scale deployments have slowed down, the military's ability to support reintegration has improved, hundreds of thousands of veterans have used their GI Bill, and companies have prioritized hiring veterans, the overall mental, physical, and emotional health of the veteran community still has a long way to go. And Team RWB has a major leadership role to play. And that means that we need you. We need you to close out this video and to know that you didn't just join a listserv or download an app. You joined a team composed of real people, over 200,000 strong, who are veterans on active duty in the National Guard or reserves or civilian supporters. And these people, who we refer to as the Eagles, want you to get involved in Team RWB. Why is it so important for you to become an active member of the team? Because when you do, we know that it will improve your mental and physical health, help you to develop new and meaningful relationships in your life, and provide you with a sense of purpose that comes from belonging to something bigger than yourself. Over the past decade, veterans struggling with the invisible wounds of war and post-military life have told us how important physical fitness has been to them. Running has helped veterans battle nightmares. Triathlons have helped with headaches, and CrossFit has enabled them to sleep better. These fitness activities, along with others, have made them more confident and healthy people. Unfortunately, millions of veterans have forgotten about the power of physical training in their lives. So as you get involved and see the power of Team RWB in your own life, I hope that you feel inspired to reach out to other veterans and encourage them to follow in your footsteps. In closing, I want to again thank you for stepping forward and joining Team Red, White, and Blue. We're fired up to have you on the team, and I know that you're going to be flying the Eagle with pride for a long time.
All right, 11 to go in this one. Looks like we've had some pit stops underway. Watkins Glen style here tonight. Got to appreciate Matthew Simple sponsoring it for us tonight here for the Cyber Thunder Truck Series. You can see Heinzman had made that pit stop over on break. Matthew Simple right there still in second. Having a good solid night. He's actually got a very good lead. He has yet to make his pit stop. Him and Cody's on pit road. You see Bowman made a pit stop. He'll have to make one also. Bowman and Codwell. Actually, I don't think they will. They made theirs a little bit early. I think Bowman's going to leapfrog old Simple here. Let's see what happens. Matthew's going to need a heck of a lot better pit stop than he had last time. That 17-second was a killer. Need to get it back down in that 14 seconds. Need to tell it. He needs to not make too many mental mistakes on pit road. Heinzman's back out. And here comes he's Simple. He's on pit road now. Wow. See Bowman and Caldwell going to go right by him. Matthew again with a 16-second stop, so he's not getting the pit stops that he wants tonight. So pit road is killing Matthew Simple. Wow. That puts him 2 seconds back from Caldwell. A little bit further back there than Bowman. Oh, and then he went off the track. Trying to drive her hard and throwing up the grass. And don't want to overdrive the truck. You'll lose more time. And he did. Remember, he was only 2 seconds. Now he's 5 seconds back. We're coming up with 10 to go. Nobody has to pit now. That's what you got here. Ed Jurgen hanging on the 5th. The Tom Ricker right there putting it up in the 6th place spot. But Cody Gibson holding on to the 7th. Tanner Marr still having a good solid run tonight there in 8th. Rick Thompson pulling up in the 9th. Lee Campbell holding the 10th. Chris Wold back here in the 11th place spot. Then on pit road, Ed Jurgen around. Whoa! Gonna let Tom get up there, slip it up into the 5th. Go back and see what happened ahead. Oh, he just looped her in the boot. Almost came back on the track there. Not what he wanted to happen. Oh, and did you just say Cody Heinzman crashed? I mean, Cody could afford almost to just blow the thing up. A wreck. Oh, right there, yeah. Our leader spinning it around, but he's got a 20-some second lead. He would have to do that about 3 more times, I think. Because I only knocked him back down to 20 seconds. He had a 26 second. Yeah. First little slip up we've seen all night long. It's not going to be enough, though. He would need to make several more of those. I mean, with a 19-second lead, he has definitely got a comfort room out front. A little bit of braking and overdriving that turn. Ullman right now, he's still 20 seconds back. Caldwell there in 3rd. Tom has moved up into the 4th lap to Simple. Matthew Simple falling off the pace. What happened? Here and watch again. Matthew on pit road. What? Did he have a penalty? Oh, that's a crusher. That right there is going to hurt points-wise. Yeah, he had a penalty. And had to be held on pit road, and that puts him back in 11. So, that great finish he was looking out for tonight, out the window. Tom says, I'll take it. It puts him up to 4th. As close as it is in that top, like I say, top 8. Matthew did not need that right now. But that's definitely going to put Bowman. That might put Matthew Simple outside looking in going into next week's race at Rockingham. So just a crusher. Couple bad pit stops. Matthew Simple's part. And a penalty. Puts him back in 11th. Jurgen there in the 5th place with Cody Gibson. Back in 6th. Tanner Marr having a stellar night tonight there in the 7th. And Rick Thompson up 14 spots, having a good one. Along with Chris Wald there in the 10th place spots. He's up 13 spots. And Matthew Simple, like I say, just dropped 8 behind him. This man has extended his lead back out again by 22 seconds. So spun going into lap 1. Able to get it back under control and then get back out there and go. Heinzman out front, Bowman. Codwell there in 3rd. Heinzman keeps doing what he's doing. He's going to look like that 3-peat, but anything can happen. Still got several races to go here in the chase. Then the season finale one. Brian Dorsey, the first truck a lap down. Right there in 15th place spot. Casey again. Ooh, hits the wall hard. He just had a night he wants to forget. No, Joe Hudson right there too in the 20th. Bergen's going to fly by both of them. Ryan Dorsey. Up in 15th. Mike Stipperson right behind him. Amanda Sherman there in the 17th spot. But our leader, 23 seconds out. Going to have 6 to go when he crosses the line. Holman right behind him. Codwell. Old Tom. Jurgen. Gibson. Marr. Thompson. Campbell and Wald. Rick Thompson right now there in 8th. Lee Campbell. Got Heinzman there with Bowman to the closing laps here in this one. Got Bowman, Codwell, Tom, Ed. Ed's been able to bounce back too. Remember earlier on, he hit the wall. Come back up here and still maintaining that top 5. He slides a little bit there in the turn. Go to Gibson. Trying to close in with 4 seconds back. Couldn't do it if he messes up in a turn. Gibson's there. About 4 seconds back. I mean, actually, Rick Thompson's closer. With about a second back here. Tanner Marr, too. That's a 3-truck battle, and see Thompson blinking a little bit. That's what Tanner don't want to see in front of him. Heinzman still in control of this one. Closing laps there. Tanner Marr, Campbell too. An outstanding one here tonight. Matthew Simple with a little bit of slip up there though. And with that slip up and had that penalty. That penalty was a crusher. Puts him back in 11th. Because, you know, he was on the cutoff line there of 8. But Bowman was right there on his back end with him. I got a feeling he might be outside the top 8 going in to Rockingham. Want to see how this one plays out. It might be a must-win for him next week. Might be. I mean, Tanner, he's still way out in the back. He's going to make up some ground. Look real quick here. So for Tanner, you got Lee Campbell right there along with him. Campbell's right there on the back end of Tanner. Yeah, Tanner, I think, you know, he's going to be close to that must win, but he's going to make up some ground a little bit here. I mean, though, but you still got Campbell and Simple right there near him. No, he's not going to make up a lot. That's just how close it is in the points back there. But, I mean, Tanner Marr doing everything he can to try to get into that round of 8. Mike in the back there, Stifferson around. What happened to him? At 20. Like he just overbroke the turn. There it goes, slips. Whoop. Drove it in too hard, got too much brake. Easy to do. We was talking about Tanner here. I mean, he's doing what he needs to do. I know he would love to get a couple more spots. He'd like to get around, man, maybe Thompson and Gibson, but don't know. Look, Van Veet on pit road. It's crashing. See what happened to the, ooh, yeah, Kool-Aid man. Got to turn 10 and just keeps going hard into the barrels. Wow, and that thing is just, he blew it up. Done. Wow, that was a lick. This man Cody Einsman's been dominating all night long. From the start to the finish here. At this point, I think it pretty much you'll just have to have a massive, disconnect or something go wrong. 25-second lead. I mean, his lap times are a second quicker than the field. Bowman right there, sitting in second. Right now, Heinzman still out front. You see he's trying to get up in some lap traffic. With Bowman right there along with him. And the worst thing is, doesn't want to get caught up in lap traffic, but 2 to go here tonight. Cody Heinzman's the man. Been in control of this one. Gary Bowman. He's holding on to second. Andrew Codwell's there. And can Codwell close in and maybe slip up and take second place spot? And Cody Gibson on pit road. Now, I don't think they got a pit. No, they're not pitting. Heinzman pitted at lap 36. He's good. That's 10 lap difference. 11 lap between Bowman and Codwell, so they're not. The guys that might have pitted at lap 34, 33, 32 might have to pit again. They're going to be close, but I do not think the leader out front's going to have to pit. White flag. Cody Heinzman, who was just plain out dominated tonight and looking to punch his ticket into the round of 8. But he can go into Rockingham and kind of just, if any trouble happens, he'll be okay. He'd need a major problem here to lose this one. It's heading off into the bus stop for the final time. Heinzman's there. Comes to the bus stop, goes into the carousel. He has been on rails all night long. And he'll go through the boot area for the final time. What's up, Corey? Corey said, hey, congratulations, Cody. Yeah, Cody's been on another level. Pretty much his to lose. Comes out of the turn there. Coming up the hill here of the boot. 2 more turns out of the boot part. We're watching him. There he goes, out of the boot part. Now he'll turn number 9, and then the last one, turn 10. And take it across the start-finish line, Cody Heinzman. What a huge margin of a 20-second lead. 27-second lead over him. Pure domination. Out of the last turn, Cody Heinzman wins it, punches his ticket to round of 8. What does Gary Bowman got as he comes up here? Does he hold off Codwell? Like he will. Codwell might be the man coming home in third here. He has a couple more turns to get it done. Out of the last turn. Gary Bowman will finish this one off in second, along with Andrew Codwell there in third. Tom Ricker. Good run for him as long as he can hold it together here. Ed Jurgen right there with Rick Thompson in the battle. Well, actually, that's those two. See Rick man falling back. Matthew Simple was able to get back up to 10th, though. Jurgen there. And these final turns, it looks like Ed Jurgen's going to get it. Tom Ricker's going to come home in fourth. Ed's going to bring her home in fifth. Rick Thompson's going to bring this thing out in 6th. Tanner Marr fighting strong tonight. He's going to finish around a good spot in 7th. Chris Wald right there, too, in the 8th. Lee Campbell out of the last turn is going to come home there in 9th. And Matthew Simple, he holds on right now. Looks like he will. He's going to come home and around the top 10. What a finish and what a race it was here tonight at Watkins Glen. Wow. See if we can't get some of these guys up here and get a word with them. All right, there's Bowman. Bring old Andrew up. Andrew, join the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, man, what a night it was, and what a good points night there, too. Coming home in third. How was you feeling on this track here, though?
I mean, when we come to road courses, I'm usually at least a top 10 guy. But on this layout, I wasn't sure with the boot, but it ended up working out. Some guys had some problems, and we were able to sneak through and hold on to third.
Oh, absolutely there, man. How was the truck feeling there? You know, a little loose, a little tight. Sometimes it looks like some brake bias was the issue.
Yeah, definitely loose at some corners, but I didn't have any problems with brake bias. But older tires definitely got loose, even threw up the S's, so you had to watch it.
Not a bad night for you, like I say, coming out of here third. You got anybody want to thank?
I want to thank Matthew Semple for broadcasting or covering the cause for us tonight. You up in the booth for broadcasting for us, and thank my mom and dad and my sister.
There you go. That's old Andrew Codwell bringing her home in third, man. A good finish. Bring this guy up here, man, Gary. Gary, join the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Joe. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. Well, I'll tell you what, you was able to hang on to that second place, battling all night long there, and, you know, coming in here right outside of the top 8, this might actually put you going in next week in that top 8. So how do you feel about, coming out here with a good finish and then going into next week at Rockingham?
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to Rockingham. This race, I wasn't too sure with the stages, the way they fell and everything. I was going to pick up a bunch of points, but I think I did pretty good. And, it was fun, yeah. Matt, I couldn't get around him earlier in the run, and then he was on my butt. And, it was good racing with Matt, and then he switched off with Andrew.
Well, and, it looks like he had a little bit of issues on pit road, and that was kind of the telltale there. Don't it? But how was your truck feeling here on this track?
Pretty good. Yeah, I backed it down a few times to help cool the tires down because I could tell I was heating up the rears and I was getting a little loosey-goosey. But after a lap or two, it seemed like it settled out.
Right now, like you said, come out of here, got that second place man tonight. You got anybody you want to thank?
I got to thank Lounge Racing, all the teammates over there, Ed, and my beautiful wife for putting up with me while I do my racing, and you for doing such a great job on the broadcast, and Matthew for, doing the race this week, sponsoring it, so, and Tom for all his work does, too.
There you go. That's a Gary Bowman. Good finish for him tonight in second, but this guy just dominating. Cody, Joe, I in the booth, your copy.
I got you, Joe.
Well, from the start to the finish here, you had this thing covered. I mean, I got to ask, though, now, a little bit of monkey off your back going in. You locked in, the round of 8 going into the next weekend of Rockingham. But take us through how that truck was feeling it. It looked like he was on some rails out there.
Yeah, it felt like I was on rails. I really liked this track, and I hadn't had an opportunity to race the boot before outside of just like testing and AI races and stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun. It flows really nicely, and the setup tonight, it was pretty loose. You had to keep those rear tires under you, but it feels like that's kind of the theme on the road courses with the truck here. If there's anything I've learned from these road courses when Greg Mitchell is here, it's that I got nothing for him because he takes care of those rear tires. So I was trying to channel a little bit of that today while he was not here and capitalize on the opportunity. And I tell you what, it's been 4 weeks without 5 weeks ago I think was the last time I won, and I switched to VR for all 4 of those races. This is the first time I actually won in VR, so it feels nice to finally get that monkey off my back too.
Hey, got to ask though, how was maybe the immersion between that and the screens?
It's pretty good. Before the VR, I was racing on a single 24-inch monitor or whatever it is, not very big.
Oh, okay.
And it's the vision. The biggest difference is just I don't have to look left and right with little buttons as often. Like I just get the wider perspective. And at first it was a little difficult. I kept hitting the wall on the straightaways because I didn't know where my car was. But get used to it after a while, and I feel like I can. I'm just as good in the VR, if not, have the potential to get a little bit better. So it's nice.
Well, hey, looked good. You look good tonight. Like I say, punch your ticket in that round of 8. How you feeling about Rockingham real quick?
I love me some Rockingham. I don't recall the last time I've raced it in the truck, though. I've raced it in the Xfinity car. I've raced it in the next-gen car. It's a lot of fun, and I have no idea how the trucks are going to handle there. But overall, it's a really good track, and I think the shorter track atmosphere should be a lot of fun, especially for a cutoff race.
Yeah, well, there you go, man. Coming in, like I say, punch yourself in that round 8. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, shout out to you for doing the broadcast, Joe. I know the road courses can't be the most interesting thing in the world, but shout out to you as always for doing those. Shout out to my grandparents who are watching, and everyone who is here and makes the league happen. Broadcasting these road courses can be a chore sometimes, and so can racing, especially for a lot of the folks who don't do road racing quite a bit. So for everyone to show out tonight, get the field count we had, that's really cool, and I'm excited to see how the season finishes out.
I always say, man, road racing is kind of one of those gentleman sports, and you have to really, really appreciate it to watch it. And you definitely made it exciting. Out front winning. Again, congratulations, our Cody.
Thanks.
There you go. Cody Heinzman winning tonight, punching himself in that ticket into the round of 8, folks. Let's see if we can't get a view here of the race results as Cody Heinzman wins it. Gary Bowman comes home there in second, along with Andrew Codwell in third. You got Tom Ricker bringing it home in fourth with a good finish there, and Ed Jurgen up in fifth. Rick Thompson in sixth. You got Tanner Marr hanging on to seventh. Chris Wold there in eighth. Lee Campbell ninth. Matthew Simple in 10th. 11th is Leroy Comm, and 12th, Cody Gibson. We'll look through the rest of the field. Stellar night and a good field, like you said. 28 machines out here. Man, though, that had the roughest night, Matthew Simple, who had a good machine early. Just pit stops. A crusher for him there. So, when we go to Rockingham next week, last race around of the 14, it'll decide who makes it in that round of 8. Tune in. Folks, I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to leave Watkins Glen here tonight. Everyone, have a good night.